Before we begin, it's important to understand the purpose behind areola micropigmentation. We are simply adding color to the skin. We are recreating the illusion of the texture, shape, and dimension, mimicking nature as closely as possible. So I measure the nipple. As you can see, thanks to the perfect measurement, I can just roll on with a circle. Our goal is to make the areola appear realistic, soft, and super symmetrical, while always respecting the client's anatomy, skin condition, and of course, personal history. This procedure is as much about psychological healing as it is about the artistry. Many of our clients come to me after mastectomy or breast reconstruction. The areola tattoo becomes a final symbolic step in their recovery, a moment of closure, strength, and beauty. Approach each session with compassion, patience, and respect. Section 2. Pigment selection and color theory. Let's begin with color selection. Here, I'm using 5 medical pigments from Swiss Color, all designed for areola micropigmentation. These colors range from a very light pink to neutral rose, warm peach, deep red, and a touch of the mustard beige to balance undertones. I'm always starting with the lightest tone. The first pigment will act as a foundation. It softly defines the areola and creates a natural halo to the beauty. We'll guide a later shading. Remember, less is more. At this stage, you are not building saturation yet, you are building structure. As we progress, we will gradually add mid-tones and deeper pigments to shape the inner areas and create a 3D illusion. The deeper reds and purples are warmth and realism, while the neutral beige tone helps to desterrate and balance over pink areas. Before starting on real skin, always test your color mix on a latex or a small patch of the skin to check how it heals. Remember that healed color is 30 to 40% lighter than the first fresh pigment, so always plan for that transition. Section 3. Skin tone and the Fitzpatrick scale. Every client is unique, and their skin tone determines how the pigment will appear once healed. Understanding the Fitzpatrick scale and the skin type is structure for the accurate color matching. For the type 1 and 2, with very fair or pale skin, soft pink and nude tones are ideal. For type 3 and 4, with warmer and olive skin, add more beige or coral tones to prevent the pigment from healing too cool. From type 5 to 6, deeper and warmer blends with touches or brown or brick red create and more authentic and balanced result. Always observe the undertones, cool, warm, or neutral, and adjust accordingly. If the client's skin tone is post-surgical, work with extra care and use lower machine power to avoid trauma. Section 4. Preparation and setup. Before setup, make sure your workspace is fully sterile. Your machine is calibrated and your pigment caps are arranged from the light to the dark. In this video you can see how I have lined up my pigments in order from the soft blush tone through the medium rose to deep red and mustard beige. I like to keep my palette visually organized so I can transition smoothly without confusion during the procedure. For this demonstration, I'm using the Swiss Color machine with 1 RLT needle, 0.30 mm diameter. This configuration allows me for a maximum precision, perfect for small circular movements and soft shading. Some artists prefer larger needle, like 3RL, 5RS, or even 7RM. While this can cover larger areas faster, they can also cause more inflammation and skin trauma, especially one reconstructed breast while tissue is delicate. I personally prefer to work slowly, gently, and precisely with a single needle, building gradually. Section 5. The doodling technique. Now, let's start the practical part. The doodling technique is a micro-motion technique that uses tiny circular movements of the hand, almost like drawing with a pencil. The motion is conscious, rhythmic, and controlled. Never press too hard. The goal is to diffuse pigment eventually, without creating harsh lines or solid patches. As I demonstrate in this close-up view, notice how each circle blends softly into the next, creating a natural transaction. Section 6. Building the areola shape. Once we have the initial halo, we begin to define the outer and inner edges of the areola. I use my light pink pigment first to establish the border, not the shape outline, but the diffusion transition. Then I move inward with slightly darker shades following the neutral radiation direction of the areola. Section 7. Creating depth and 3D illusion. To make the areola appear three-dimensional, we must master light and shadow. I start shading the inner circle with warmer tones, deep rose or soft coral, to stimulate the center nipple area. This variation gives me illusion of texture and natural rise. In some areas, I use the power shading technique, short, controlled taping, motions that softly deposit pigment in a gradient. The effect should be subtle, not flat or oversaturated. Section 8. Pigment mixing and adjustment. During the process, I often switch between pigments, mixing small amounts to achieve intermediate tones. For example, blending the soft pink with a hint of beige or beautiful neutral shades for mid-tones. Adding a drop of the red brings warmth to the center, while a touch-up of mustard balance out any overlay pink areas. Always wipe and evaluate your color frequently. Good color blending is more breathtaking life into your work, is what transitions a simple tattoo into a realistic areola. Section 9. Working with precision. In this part of the video you can see the needle movement up to close. Hold your machine 45-degree angle and make sure the depth is controlled. Areola micropigmentation is more than a technical procedure. It's an art and empathy and artistry. Each client carries a personal story of healing, transformation, resilience. Take time to connect with your clients. Listen to her story, understand what the procedure means to her, and let the intention guide your hands.